Hi guys, today we're going to talk about the structure of a timed writing so that you are prepared for your timed writing tomorrow. Remember last time you did a paragraph, this time you're writing a whole essay, but because of the time constraints in a timed writing, that essay is going to look just a tiny bit different than a normal full-blown essay. The first difference is, or the main difference is that you don't really have an intro, you just have your thesis statement as your intro. You may add a line or two if you have the time, but to start with, just go with the thesis statement with your intro. So a couple things to remember on the thesis statement. So remember, thesis is your intro. Okay, a couple things to remember. Again, you don't need a full intro. You want to be clear and have a clear focus area. Your argument needs to have a stance. You're talking about the work as a whole, not just pieces of a work, but again, that work as a whole, which kind of leads you into your theme usually. So you want to maybe work in, depending on the prompt, work in a theme into what you're talking about. You want to make sure that you use keywords from the essay prompt in your thesis statement. And just so you know, if the prompt lists a bunch of different literary devices, you don't necessarily have to use them all. You don't have to use any of them. You can use a few if you want, or you can focus on your own. It's up to you. But also remember that those thesis statements have to follow the rules of thesis statements, such as it's a single sentence, it has no story references, it is a universal truth, it is I said a single statement, it's a universal truth, it's not a cliche, those kinds of things, those that we got from our notes. By the way, I forgot to say, when you are going through this, please take these notes in your notebook so that you have what needs to be within the time writing essay tomorrow. Okay? So your intro is your thesis statement, and then you have your body paragraphs. Okay? This should not be the amount of body paragraphs you have is up to you, and this should not be something that is surprising to you. The parts of the body paragraph, they're the same as they've always been. You just may need to have more than one. So last time we only wrote one paragraph. You are probably going to write more than one body paragraph this time. So if you look here, you have body paragraphs. They have a topic sentence, right? So you start with a topic sentence. This tells your reader what that paragraph is about. These say primary support and secondary support. That's the same as SIR. So your primary support is your claim. Your secondary support is your evidence. It says it right there. Sorry, that writing is not great. And then your commentary is the same as reasoning. Ooh, my pen is not working well. Sorry, guys. Okay, so your claim is your first reason, your first point, based off of what your thesis says and based off of what the point is that you're writing on. Okay? Your secondary support is that evidence. You're not going to be able to use your book, so you got to know some evidence that you can use in a prompt in your writing. And then the third part of the body paragraph is that commentary. This is your reasoning. This is your analysis. This is why is what you're saying important? Why did the author include it? And make sure that you're answering the prompt. This is, again, that analysis is in there, in that reasoning part. So you're going to repeat SIR as many times as you need and as many body paragraphs as you need. That's going to be up to you. That's part of your organization, which, remember, is part of the rubric. So you want to decide, it's going to be up to you how many body paragraphs you're going to use, how many SIRs in each body paragraph you're going to use. But you want to make sure that you have these parts. Topic sentence, your claim, your evidence, and your reasoning, and then your concluding sentence where you reword the topic sentence. Okay? Then the last is you're going to have a concluding paragraph. This is where you reword your thesis, and you probably need some kind of concluding transition. You don't need too much in that concluding paragraph, again, just like the intro, but you do need to make sure that you're rewording your thesis coming back to your points that you're trying to make, your stance. Remember that rewording does not mean taking the words that are in your original thesis and just moving them. It means using different words to say the same thing. So say it in a different way than you did in the intro. Okay? So again, our format is intro is our thesis. Remember those rules of thesis. Then we're going to have our body paragraphs that have a topic sentence with claim, evidence, and reasoning. So our SIR, Okay? You're going to do that as many times as you feel necessary, and then you're going to have your concluding sentence, which you reword the topic sentence, and then you're going to have a concluding paragraph where you want to reword your thesis. These are the parts of your timed writing that I'll be looking for tomorrow. Okay? Another thing I want to cover in this video, which I don't have a slide for, so just listen to me here, is you just graded your third essay on your own before you graded your timed writing, and I just want to let you know what that score was so that you have an idea of what that third essay was. So you saw the 8 and you saw the 6. That third essay was a 4. And the College Board said the student tries to change the question about a journey into one about location or neighborhood. So then they're not answering the prompt, which is the problem. Okay? What follows is a reductive account of racial oppression in the native son. Categorized in 3 locations: colored neighborhoods associated with oppression and frustration, white neighborhoods associated with opportunity, and the jail where Bigger Thomas ends up associated with hopelessness. Even if the action of the novel could be described as Bigger's journey from one to the other of these places, the argument would be oversimplified, a distortion of the novel, and unpersuasive. The writing is serviceable, but very repetitious and entirely lacking in persuasive detail or any deeper insight. So in that last essay, the person really did not answer the prompt correctly, which then made everything else not as well done. And they really kind of missed it. So probably the case with this last essay is that this person did not choose the right piece of literature to discuss with that prompt. And so that really killed their grade in overall. And so that paper was a 4 paper. Okay? All right, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Be ready for your timed writing. Remember, you don't get to use your novels. Remember, thesis is your intro, then you have your body paragraphs of claim, evidence, and reasoning. Concluding sentence, those are your body paragraphs, and then you have a concluding paragraph where you reword your thesis. We will talk to you later. Bye.